ይህ በቶሮንቶ ከተማ የሚገኘው የዩኒቨርሲቲ ጎዳና የደቡብ አፍሪካ አፓርታይድ አገዛዝ ስርዓትን ለመጣል ለ27 ዓመታት በስር የማቀቁትና የነጻነት እንዲሁም የፍቅር አባት የሚባሉት የኔልሰን ማንዴላ ጎዳና ተብሎም ተሰይሟል። እነዚህ ደግሞ ዘር፣ ቀለም፣ ማንነት ሳይለያቸው በማንዴላ እንደሆነው ማንዴላን ለማሰብ የተገናኙ ናቸው። አመታዊው የማንዴላ የእግር ጉዞ በእሳቸው ከተሰየመው ጎዳና ተነስቶ የኦንታሪዮ ግዛት ምክር ቤት መቀመጫ ወደ ሆነው ኩዊንስ ፓርክ ድረስ ይዘልቃል። በቶሮንቶ የሚገኘው የማንዴላ አንደኛ ደረጃ ትምህርት ቤት ተማሪዎች ናቸው ለዓለም ትልቅ ታሪክ ያበረከቱትን የማንዴላን ስም እያነሱ ሲያወድሷቸው የዋሉት። የኦንታሪዮ ፕሪሚየር ካትሊን ዊንና የቶሮንቶ ከተማ ከንቲባ ጆን ቶሪ ማንዴላ ፍቅርን ለቀረው ዓለም አውርሰው ያለፉ ትልቅ ሰው ናቸው ሲሉ አወድሰዋቸዋል። ማንዴላ የዛሬ 20 ዓመት ካናዳን ሲጎበኙ ዛሬ ልዩ ዝግጅት በተደረገላቸው በዚሁ በኩዊንስ ፓርክ ከ20,000 በላይ ለሚቆጠር ህዝብ አስደናቂ ንግግር አድርገው ነበር። በ1998 ደግሞ ስካይዶም በተሰኘው ስፍራ ላይ ከ45,000 በላይ ለሚሆኑ የካናዳ ተማሪዎች ንግግር አድርገዋል። በዲሰምበር 5 2013 የቺን ዓለም የተሰናበቱት ኔልሰን ማንዴላ በ2001 የካናዳን የክብር ዜግነት ማግኘታቸውን ታሪክ ያወሳል።
Welcome to Paul Vander Venen's law office. How can I help you? My name is Paul Vander Venen. I'm an immigration lawyer and I've been representing Ethiopian and other African clients in Ontario since 1987. My office is at 45 St. Nicholas Street, which is near Yonge and Bloor, and it's been my pleasure to be representing refugee claimants as well as other immigration matters for all these years, and I want to thank the community very much. Thank you.
We're celebrating the Nelson Mandela Freedom Walk. And this is a concert to support and raise awareness.
Treated to a concert in honor of tomorrow's National Aboriginal Day. So this is a dual celebration today, and I think it's very appropriate that we celebrate both of these events today. Lloyd was saying that Madiba is looking down and smiling in the sunshine. I think Madiba would also say to us that we have a lot of work to do, all of us, no matter where we are, here in Canada, in the United States. Someone said, "Isn't it awful what happened in Charleston?" When I read what happened in Charleston, when we see what has happened in Charleston, all that says to me is that we have to work even harder, because Charleston is us. We are all together in this, and it is our responsibility, all of us, to be vigilant and to work harder. I think that's what Madiba would say to us. On the wall of my living room, facing the staircase, is a beautiful watercolor portrait painted by my dear friend Jeff Sprang. It is Nelson Mandela with his gentle smile and his loving eyes. Every morning, as I come down to approach my day, his grace shines out at me. And many mornings, when just a hint of self-pity or self-doubt might creep into my consciousness, his face and his memory remind me why we all have to push on. At the time of his arrival in Canada, it had been 4 months since Mr. Mandela had been released from prison. But he did not come here as a truly free man. At that moment, he still could not run for elected office in his home country, and he could not vote. In 1990, his future, the future of his people, and the future of his home were still very unclear. Now, the path that we walk today to honor Nelson Mandela right up University Avenue to Queen's Park, that's a straight, predictable road, and it's not in dispute. But the path to freedom and justice for Nelson Mandela, for the victims of apartheid, for Indigenous people in Canada, and for so many others around the world, that path is never clear, never straight, and has always been mired in obstacles. But our greatest leaders, the ones who bring real and lasting change, are not deterred by those challenges. They see those challenges as things to take head on and get over, get around. They forge a path, guided by their faith, their ideals, and their principles. When Nelson Mandela addressed the Parliament of Canada on June 18, 1990, he articulated the principle that guided him through a darkness that we can hardly even imagine. The idea was simple, but it was profound. He said, and I quote, "Liberty, equality, and fraternity includes all and excludes nobody." Our path to understanding, to inclusivity, and to human rights that are truly universal, that struggle continues. But our way forward is clearer, our path is clearer, because of what Nelson Mandela has done for South Africa and the world. His legacy continues to show us the way. And so I want to just say that it is our responsibility, every single one of us in this blessed place that we call home in Ontario and in Canada, to take on these challenges. We cannot be smug. We cannot assume that we are there. We live in a beautiful place. We have an inclusive country and province. But we struggle in this very city. We struggle with issues that divide people and that categorize people based on their color, based on their background. And we have to, all of us, acknowledge that and work to do much better. Thank you, all of you, so much. Merci, miigwech.
Thank you, Premier Wynne.
Anti-apartheid, revolutionary, the day of Africa, Mandela, freedom, Madiba, la ida-di-da-da, la ida-di-da-da, la ida-di-da-da. Dream. It's okay to dream. Dream. It's okay to dream big. Dream. It's okay to dream. Be another one for freedom.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Nelson Mandela Park Public School singing both anthems and Dream. Thank you very much.
In a place where the Premier's government and the Police Services Board, of which I'm a member, can be taking steps to be leaders around the world, because that's what this event and that's what this city and that's what this province and this country are all about, which is not just doing the right thing, but doing the right thing in a way that shows leadership, I think perhaps around North America and perhaps around the world.
Take your best shot. Can I get one selfie with you?